Second week of my new job, and I am just reviewing documents solely today. I have no meetings scheduled or anything like that. I think I do have a training I need to do, but other than that, nothing. And then on top of that, I have dinner plans actually. Oh, actually on top of that, I have a lot of leftovers from yesterday. I only ate like a little bit of the steak, so I have almost an entire steak from restaurant week yesterday, but I have a restaurant week today. So I'm meeting up with a different friend, and we have restaurant week reservations at Perry Street. I think it's like a John George sort of restaurant, so it looks like it's pretty good, so we'll see. I'm gonna have to like not dress so poorly when I go there, but yeah, anyway, that's the plan tonight. It's at 7:15, so up until then I'm just going to be reading my documents. So it's supposed to rain like 4 inches between 6 and 8 p.m. with 58-mile-per-hour winds and a possibility of tornadoes in localized areas. It won't be in the city. It'll probably be like Staten Island or like Queens or something. But yeah, anyway, my reservation is at 7:15, and I think we're still gonna go. I mean, I have rain boots and I have an umbrella. I think it'll be fine. But yeah, anyway, I didn't even know it was supposed to rain today. I was wondering why it was so humid in my office here. I just figured it was because I hadn't been in here really over the weekend, but no, apparently it's just because it's humid everywhere. Okay, so since my dinner reservation is later tonight, I have to eat a snack. But yeah, I'm gonna have some of these Rice Crisps. I think I'm gonna eat the ones I don't like first, so I think I'm gonna go with cheddar. Actually, now that I'm looking at this is a bad purchase. None of these flavors sound good. I'm gonna head out now to drop off my hard drive. Hopefully it's still open. I should have checked that before sitting here and watching the news. And then I'm gonna go to my restaurant reservation. So we're going to Perry Street. I think I told you that. And that is on Perry Street, obviously. So it shouldn't be too far away. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna get out and do that. Hopefully I'm dressed okay. I don't know. It's supposed to rain a lot, so... I don't know, it's like a $4 sign restaurant, but I think I'm dressed okay. Okay, the storm is definitely brewing. It's like super windy and it's very humid. This place is like a theme park. I don't think I've ever been in here. It's huge, so if you need camera equipment or anything, come here. It's actually on the first floor. Actually a photo expo, so I might want to see if one of my friend wants to go. It's like completely free, and they'll like clean and check up your cameras. Like my camera is like very not fancy, but it would be nice for it to be checked up because it's a little bit odd right now. Like it's functioning a little bit weird and makes some weird noises, so it'd be cool if they can do that. Coming up on it on the left. So I'm here a little bit early because my errand took a little bit less time than I thought, but also a little bit more time at the same time. But I realized on the bus right here, I was like, dang it, I didn't check the dress code. I think it's business casual. I'm just kind of concerned because I'm wearing Nikes right now. They're clean and they're white, so they should be okay. But some middle-aged white man just went in wearing jeans, so I feel like I'm in the clear. We'll see. Another guy just went in. He was like maybe 30s, and he was wearing like Vans, like faded Vans, so I think I'm okay. Okay, so I've been at work for a while. I think I forgot to check in with you after dinner yesterday because I actually overate somehow, and I went back and I basically passed out when I got home. It was also past my bedtime by the time I got home because my bedtime is at 10. But yeah, so anyway, food was great. So we went to Perry Street. The restaurant itself is like New American, but it's like French and Asian inspired. So typical prices are like 180-ish plus or like 200-ish. It's like a $3 to $4 sign restaurant if you go by that sort of scheme. They have a tasting menu, but you can also do a la carte. So if you wanted to just try anything there, the food was so good. The service was so good. So you can kind of tell like at different like levels of restaurant that like the service is gonna be so much better and stuff like that. So like the general manager, he was like super great. He walked me and he gave me like all the options of like tables, and he was like even offering me a four top, and I was like, I don't want to take that for 2 people. I was like, I don't want to mess up your flow. But yeah, and he was like, do you want to sit in like the back corner? It's very private. I said, no, that's okay. Foreshadowing for the future. I've been off of calamari because I got food poisoning. I'm gonna blame it on that because that one tasted the most off. And the ones of us who got sick were the non-vegans who had tried the calamari. But yeah, I got sick at the company dinner and I was like very miserable. But I haven't had it for like more than a year because of that. But this one was so light. It wasn't rubbery at all. Like sometimes calamari can be rubbery, but this was like, it had like the texture of like a flaky cod, like a very flaky white fish. The flavors were so good because again, it was French and Asian fusion. So the sauces were like kind of spicy. I think they had like kind of like a sambal sort of flavor. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but it was really good. And then the second course, we went with the salmon. Both of us got the salmon, and it was kind of unexpected because my friend doesn't typically eat fish or seafood. So I was like, wow. She's like, yeah, I'm surprising you. The skin was so crispy. I don't know how they did it because the rest of the fish was like, I ordered mine medium rare and it was like still like very medium rare like texture and like flavor and stuff. So I don't know how they did the crispy skin. Maybe they torched it. I don't know. The vegetables were like pureed around it as like the sauce, and somehow it was like kind of spicy. The orange one was kind of spicy. My friend was like, oh, it's spicy. She's like, not like tangy, like super spicy, but she's like, it's got a little of a kick. And so yeah, I was kind of surprised. I thought it was like a tomato and roasted red pepper thing, but it had like something else in there. For the third course, I was going to do the red berries soup because I was like, what is that? But it also sounds good because I like fruit as a dessert. The server had asked right after I said that, like, does anyone have any allergies? And we're like, nope. And then I was like, wait a second. I was like, can you explain like which berries are in the red berries soup? The answer was blueberries were somehow in there. So he's like, okay, so you're gonna do the chocolate cake. I said, yes, I guess so. I don't like chocolate cake, so I was kind of like a little bit disappointed, but that chocolate cake was so good. I don't like chocolate in general, like no matter like the quality of the chocolate. That lava cake was so good. I've never had a lava cake because it's usually chocolate and I don't like chocolate. But the texture was so fluffy. It was like eating a pudding. It was so good. And then it came with a salted caramel ice cream, I think, and then underneath it was like some really crispy cookie crumbles, and those were so good. I love crispiness. Anyway, I don't regret that, but I think that might have been what made me super full. But the foreshadowing was somewhere around like the middle of the appetizer course, the first course, some famous guy walked through, and I like so famous that I recognize them. I think people don't realize how bad I am with pop culture. So like the pop culture reference has to be from like the 90s for me to know, or even like earlier before I was even born, because my family watched a lot of Nick at Night. There were like these 2 older men that were walking through the restaurant towards that secret table in the back by the toilets. Well, it turns out one who I thought looked like Newt Gingrich, my friend was like, because she didn't see that other guy because he had gone to the toilet. I thought they were together, but they weren't. She was like, you and I have very different, because I had texted her, and she like looked at him and she was like, I think it's Gandalf. And I was like, I think it's Newt Gingrich. And she was like, you and I have no idea, like we have very opposite things. And then I looked, I was like, oh wait, the Newt Gingrich guy isn't there. No, the other guy, I was like, I think he's Richard Gere. And my friend was like, I don't think so. Because she was like thinking like Pretty Woman, I guess. I've never seen Pretty Woman, but I was like, no, I'm like pretty sure. But yeah, so at the end of the meal, she was still thinking that it was Gandalf. And I was like, no, I've heard the guy speak and he has a very American accent, like kind of like mid-Atlantic, like, you know, not New York, not New Jersey. He's not Ian McKellen. And I only know him because he was like in a couple of Broadway shows, and he's friends with the guy from Star Trek. Also, Ian McKellen doesn't live here anymore because he actually, Taylor Swift is just not a very good person, but she actually got him evicted from his apartment. But yeah, in general, she's not a good person in my opinion. General manager, not only was he just nice to us, just in general, because the service was so good, but he was like bending over backwards for that man in the corner. Like he like brought special stuff over, he like served it himself. That's a little bit like next level, you know? But yeah, whoever it was, so nice and so complimentary of the staff, the food, everything. So I mean, like over the course of like the next couple of courses of our food, like basically every server went over there and talked to him and stuff like that. He was just so nice. But yeah, anyway, that's what went on. And then we left and it was downpouring. And as we were going out, the general manager was like, you know, it's like really downpouring. Do you want to wait in here? Do you want me to call your car service for you? We were like, we're like, I think we're okay. He's like, oh, you're walking. We're like, yeah. It wasn't that bad. It really wasn't that bad. New York is weird in terms of like the microcurrents, it's not that, like the micro environments. So like one side of the street can be like completely sunny and dry and the other side can be pouring, and it was definitely the case. So like as we were walking there was like no rain, but like it wasn't just because the rain had tapered off. Like behind us it was still pouring, and then by the time I got home it wasn't raining. By my subway stop and all the way home it wasn't raining, so that was great. But what else was going on? That's about it, I think. But yeah, I'm still at work right now. Been here for a while. Did a couple of trainings. Otherwise, I'm still just reading all of my documents. I have to get like an understanding of the entire like timeline of everything. Talking to my friend, I think I might get like a co-working space. They're not too expensive because I also think I'm not gonna move from my apartment because I've been like looking at Zillow, Street Easy, etc. And even if I pay double what I'm paying now, or more than double, like 2.5 times what I pay, I don't think it's significantly better at all, and it might actually be worse, because newer buildings especially have issues. And basically I just want a washer dryer and unit and an exercise gym. But yeah, so I think I might just do like a Peloton here and then potentially do like a co-working space rental because it's like $150 per month, but it also includes like coffee and snacks and stuff, and they usually have like vendors who come in and like leave swag and stuff, so it's like actually a pretty good price, but still kind of considering that. Some of them also have like free beer and stuff for happy hours. Oh, and the other thing, I just turned off the camera, but now I turned it back on. For an example about how bad my pop culture knowledge is, my friend was like, I think he's Gandalf. And I texted back and I was like, he's dead. She was like, she texted back, she's like, first off she read it, then she started laughing. And then she was like, I think you're thinking of Dumbledore. And I was like, you're right. I just showed up to my first meeting and the other person declined and I didn't know. So yeah, going back to read my docs. Oh no, I just got an email and I just shut off. Hold on, let me go back. Terrible timing at that moment. I was just turning on the camera to say end of the day, getting ready to go do my exercise in that same room, just so that I can keep up the potential motivation. We'll see. I mean, I haven't been doing a great job because yesterday was Monday and I had dinner plans. My hard drive is going to cost so much money, so they charge about $100 to $300 per hour for them to fix the hard drive to try to recover the data. If they can't recover any data, you don't pay for it, but it's still like, that's going to be so expensive. But luckily the assessment is free, so we'll see how it is. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to pay for it for sure because all my memories are on there. I mean, like I have them in my brain, but I mean, after a certain point, I'm not going to remember going to Korea and stuff. So yeah, anyway, sorry, I was just refilling my water, but I'm going to go change now, get my exercise in. Probably going to aim for about an hour. I am so sweaty. I just did a 2-hour workout and I'm gonna go take a shower. I just did a cool down as well, some stretches. Don't want to have any tight muscles, but yeah. This air conditioner, I should have set it to higher or lower than 80 degrees because for working out that's too hot. It's 10:30, it's time to go to bed, so it's Tuesday night. Yeah, I just kind of got wiped out after that workout. But yeah, 2 hours is too long, I think. I think I have to like tailor it back. No, trim it back, that's the word, the T word. But yeah, anyway, I feel better about doing it, but it's also like that was a long time. But yeah, I've just been watching some YouTube and I'm gonna go to bed now and wake up in the morning and do it all again. So I actually have a lot of stuff that I need to like read and start like really getting in my brain because I've been like reviewing documents, but the thing is some of the documents are like the folders are very not organized and I can't change them because I don't own the, you know, it's like it's not my folder structure. But yeah, it's like very hard to find documents in it, so I've been just like trying to figure out how to find things, and it's just been taking a very long time. Like I'm reading non-stop except for when I'm looking for what I'm looking for. I'm still trying to get a Resi reservation, so Amex is doing these like partnerships with some random like restaurants. They're trying to find like a neighborhood. It's like some dig at like Gen what's it called, millennials, and how they don't have like a neighborhood spot. So anyway, Amex has this collaboration with Resi and then the restaurants, where if you dine there and you use an Amex, you get $99 off your bill per person. And as you can see, it's very hard to get spots. Like I could have gotten like lunch and breakfast times at the restaurant tomorrow, but like nobody else can go with me. So I'm trying my hardest, and I'm like refreshing Resi all the time. But yeah, it's every Wednesday in August right now. Good morning, it's Wednesday, and it's time for me to get ready for work. Literally no plans today, so I wasn't able to get that reservation on Resi, so I'm gonna still like scroll through and keep refreshing throughout the day. But honestly, I have so much leftovers and so many meal prep foods in my fridge that I really shouldn't even consider going, but like it's the thrill of the chase of the deal, you know? So I know I tried to do like cafe drinks for so long, but I just don't like ice. Should I have eaten something healthier for breakfast? Probably, but I'm eating these, and they taste kind of like clay, like Play-Doh. It has like a weird sort of artificially flavor, but it also like kind of tastes like flour. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to taste like. I haven't had Quaker rice cakes in so long. I remember I really liked them in like 3rd grade, so that was like, I don't even know how long ago. But yeah, these are just okay, I guess. I don't know, I shouldn't have bought that big old Costco pack, because I really should have thought about the flavors a little bit more, because I actually don't think I like any of those flavors. But it was just because they were on sale, and I was like, $12 for all of these snacks, such a good deal. I tried to make it to noon, I couldn't do it. I'm so hungry. I started getting hungry at like 10:30. But I'm gonna have the same lunch as yesterday and the day before, so a wrap in that soup. I'm also going to add some of these micro wasabi mustard microgreens to my wrap. I don't know why I can't think of words right now. The mailman buzzed and said that he was downstairs to come down to get my package, because I am expecting a package, so it's not like a scam or anything. But when I went down there, nobody was down there. I don't know, it's weird. But we have like a virtual doorman, but I just can never like buzz people in. It doesn't work, so I don't know what's going on. Hopefully he's here though, because it did sound like somebody was in the elevator going up and down, but I don't know. I went down, they didn't even leave a notice. It said notice left. They didn't leave one. But yeah, this is why I have a P.O. box. It's because literally the USPS can't be bothered to deliver mail. I'm still missing all my mail from 2020. It never came. I also like tried to do a mail forwarding to my P.O. box. It didn't come. It's just my particular substation is like really bad, like known to be the worst in like the entire city. Like they actually like got, sorry, turn off the light. But yeah, they actually got in trouble for stealing a bunch of people's checks, and like, yeah, all their checks got missing. It was terrible. But yeah, so I don't know what to do now, because also the website doesn't work and they didn't leave me my notice, so I can't even reschedule, which means it's going to be sent back to sender, which is even more annoying. Okay, since I was catching up on vlogs, I found out that I did try these last year and I didn't like them, which is why they've been sitting in my cupboard for so long. So it is actually quite useful that I'm like a year behind in vlogs. Okay, to give a little bit of a more descriptive sort of thing, except for they're bad. I don't even think I did that last time, but yeah, they're bad. Like, they don't even like taste spicy, they just taste kind of weird. But I think it's because what it seems like when I'm reading the ingredients list here, it seems like a bunch of white people got it together in like a boardroom at the Trader Joe's like home office. This is just me with like a fantasy story here, but it just seems like a bunch of white people sitting together and they're like, oh, mochi, that's Asian, right? And they're like, yeah, that's Asian. And then they're like, okay, well, let's put every single Asian ingredient and spice in here. And they like didn't discriminate between different regions or anything, because I mean, like, it tastes weird. So it kind of tastes like soap to me, and I know a lot of things taste like soap, but I think it's just like one particular flavor in here. And I also have a lot of very fragrant fruity soaps, so this one tastes to me like Yeah, it was like very fruity. It kind of had like a cantaloupe flavor mixed with citrus, like a cantaloupe and lemon. It was weird. Sorry, my face is very ugly right now because it's just like trying to describe this flavor. But yeah, it has like a lot of different peppers in here. But I mean, the top pepper is black pepper, so you can know that it's not going to be spicy, you know? But yeah, it also has dried citrus peel, which would explain that weird, like what's it called? The lemon flavor I had. It has paprika, cumin powder, ground cardamom. See what I mean? Like, they don't even discriminate between the different regions. Like, they're just like, Asian, okay. There's also ginger powder. Yet again, another thing like that. Cinnamon powder, dried sea lettuce, and sansho pepper is the very last item. So yeah, it's like an odd flavor. I would say never again, remind me, never again to buy these because they're gross. The original one's so good. The white bag one's so good. But these, it just tastes like I'm eating a bar of soap. It's weird. For a while there, the video was like all blue colored. It was weird. Anyway, I'm gonna go grab my mattress topper from the pickup location, and maybe instead of exercising in here today, I'll just like do a walk around the neighborhood a little bit. Just get some fresh air as well. We'll see. Got it home. Unfortunately, the poor high school student who was working at the pickup location was checking every single package for my name. I was like, actually, it's not going to be in an envelope. But yeah, made it home. Kind of an odd shaped box, so it was actually easier to carry it on my head, just so you know, because you also have to walk a few blocks with a mattress cover. Not mattress cover, I keep calling it that, mattress topper. Okay, I finished my shower and my workout, not in that order, obviously. But yeah, I think I worked out for about an hour today. Yesterday was too much, I think. Two hours was like way too much. But yeah, anyway, I'm warming up my steak leftovers and my frites leftovers from my steak frites, mind you. And then it's from the distillery place that my friend and I went to on Sunday night. I'm going to also have this new haze, but steak frites. The steak obviously shrank a little bit when I cooked it because I got it medium rare to begin with. But yeah, I also have some horsey sauce for my fries, and this is dinner. My brain just shut off. I think it's Wednesday night, so just did some relaxing. I didn't even do anything, like, even on my computer. I think I'm back into like the days of like I spend so much time of my day on my work computer that I don't want to be on my computer at night. But yeah, anyway, they didn't contact me back yet about my hard drives. I'm a little bit concerned. They would be done with the diagnostics in 2 days. It has been 2 days. But I'm gonna just say like, oh, well, I got it in right before the end of business. Concerned about my files from all my vacation photos and stuff and my tax documents. Luckily I have my tax documents still on my regular computer, but I'm just a little bit concerned. I don't know if my stomach hurts because of those weird mochi nuggets that I had, the Trader Joe's ones, because my friend said it ripped up her stomach, and I don't know what that means. I think it's honestly more like I ate some rich food for dinner. That steak was a little rich because, as you know, I don't really eat that much meat when I'm at home, so I think I've been eating too much meat this week, but I did have that salmon. The salmon was great. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. It'll be Thursday tomorrow. I literally have no plans other than work. Sorry, it's just back to being boring again. And you can't even see the videos when I was actually doing stuff because they're stuck on my hard drive. But yeah, I had a good fun employment. 3 months. Yeah, 3 months. Honestly, it wasn't very fun. I had some basic bouts of like insecurities and like depression, but I tried to fill it with also some travels and like doing stuff because like I applied, I think I want to look at the metrics actually. I applied to I think 600 jobs around, maybe like 540 or so, and then from those I went on to about, I want to say like 70 to 80 screening interviews. And then from that, I think I went on to about interviews for about 20 or 30. I don't know. Some of them were kind of like intense. And then from those, I was a finalist in, I think, 10 or 11 jobs. Like, it was crazy. But yeah, anyway, that's what's going on. I'll have like the real metrics, but I don't know if I really want to open that spreadsheet because it's actually like very depressing to look at. But I would say that if you ever laid off, to also do that, because not only will you have it for yourself to track, because you should probably be applying to like as many positions as possible every day, to be honest, especially if you're going into an economic issue like I was, where it's like, is it a depression? Is it not a depression? Is it a recession? Is it not a recession? Is the market okay? Is it not okay? Just to track it, because you find some very interesting stuff. So I still hold by my timeline. So from the time of applying to getting the phone screen, typically took about 3 weeks. And then from the phone screen to scheduling with the hiring manager for the first round, typically about 1 to 2 weeks. Hiring manager round to the next round with like the team and stuff, typically about 2 to 3 weeks. And then from that to like everybody else on the team, about a week and a half. But they try to like cluster them together. So I would say like, even like if I was working full time, I don't know how I would have done it. One time I had 8 interviews on one day. One of the other ones I had was 6, I think, and it was the same company back to back to back to back to back. I don't even know how many backs it was, but it was like actually like super stressful. And it would be totally different if you were like in the boardroom in person, but I was going from like Zoom room to Zoom room. Well, it wasn't Zoom, I think it was WebEx. So yeah, definitely track it, because not only will you have it for your own records, and then also like these days you can also start tracking like hybrid, remote, in on-site, and then also like salaries, because salaries are like public now for a lot of large cities, so you can kind of see where the jobs are kind of hitting in, especially with the certain like titles and stuff. It was really good data. I had one tab that was like all of the interviews, one tab that was all the phone screens, one tab that was like all of my interviews and or moving on to like final rounds and or moving on to offers. So yeah, that was actually quite helpful. Oh, I still never finished my thought. So not only do you have it for yourself, but also if you're on unemployment, sometimes they do ask you to prove that you're doing stuff to like find a new job. So yeah, just thought I would recap that real quickly. Morning, it's Thursday. Yeah, it's Thursday, and I need to get ready for work. My eyebrows are very faint right now. I am just really tired. I don't know why I'm so like pooped by the time it's Thursday. I went to bed really early yesterday too. Okay, so taking a little bit of a break, I'm gonna crack into my mattress topper here and let it like rise. What is the word? I said fluff up to my friend and I can't think of the other word for it. You know what I mean. It's memory foam, so it has to, yeah, expand. That's the word. Oh, I hope I didn't cut through. That might have been for me trying to get the tape open. Okay, so I'll try to link you if you want to look at the, what's it called, the reviews. It was really hard to choose actually, because it was like the first decision I had to make was number 1, I had to remember what size my bed was. Number 2, I had to think between 2 inches and 3 inches for the topper. And then I had to combine all of that information with all of the ones that were on sale, and then also like look through all of the specs and stuff. So I hope I made the right decision. My friend ordered one that was a cooling one, and she said it actually works pretty well. She said she just thinks the cooling means that it doesn't trap heat as easily. So I gotta use both hands to take this out. I've been trying as I've been narrating to pull it out, but I can't. Oh boy, it came with a paper opener, or letter opener. 48 hours in a well-ventilated room? I don't think I have a room big enough for this for 48 hours. Okay, this is very much not attractive right now. It looks kind of like, I don't know, blue skin in here. So I think I'm gonna just have to lay it on top of my bed and just hope that it's like fluffy enough by the time I go to bed. Expanded enough, that's the word. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It took a lot to wrestle it over here, but I'm gonna let it continue to expand in here. Luckily, it's kind of well ventilated. I'll turn on the fan just to make sure. As like a little bit of a review for this thing that I bought at Daiso, it's like a mouse wrist cradle. I can't think of words today, but it's actually quite nice and it glides pretty easily here. Part of me wants to get a desk pad because I feel like this is kind of, I mean, it's like obviously not real wood, but it's also like, I kind of think that it's like messing up the desk a little bit. Not just this, but like everything here. But it is quite nice. And as you can see, I'm also using the water bottle that I bought at Daiso. My friend ended up not wanting it, and this is like the perfect size to put in my purse for summer, but, or not just summer, but just the perfect timing for it that I got it in the summer. But yeah, I kind of like everything that I bought at Daiso this year so far. The biggest win, oh, I'm also wearing my Korean Express Bus Terminal sweater here. I am so sad that you're not gonna potentially see the Korea trip stuff because it's lost on that hard drive, and they haven't told me yet, and they haven't contacted me back yet about that, and I'm getting like kind of concerned because it's only supposed to take 48 hours and it's been more than that. But again, I put it in right before end of business, so I feel like potentially that's wrong. But yeah, so anyway, where was I going with this? Oh, the Daiso, the best win from the Daiso trip was the 500 won fly swatter. That thing was so good. If I could like recommend and like link you so you could also get the perfect fly swatter, because it's like got the perfect stiffness of it, and like you can whack it real fast. I've only had to like usually like with the fly swatter my parents have, this is a really dumb conversation, but monologue rather, but the fly swatter my parents have is like too floppy, so you usually like miss the guy the first time. But this one that I got at Daiso, 500 won, it's like every time it's like a 100% hit ratio for hitting the fly on the first time. Excuse me that I'm out of breath, but I've been wrestling this sheet set. I didn't even consider that the sheets might not fit, so I should have gone with 2 inches instead of 3. I was just like, more is more. It sounds good. It'll be like more cushy and stuff. And that's the reason why I wanted the mattress topper. But oh my gosh, I am so out of shape and out of breath. Been wrestling this. So I'm really annoyed. So they didn't even try to re-deliver my package. I had it that they were supposed to re-deliver it today. They didn't even attempt to, and then they said I wasn't available. I've been here literally the whole entire day. My phone hasn't rung. I've received no text messages, nothing. So now I have to go, otherwise they're gonna return to sender if I don't pick it up by tomorrow. So cool. Also my post office closes at 4, so I have to go right now. This is so stupid. So yeah, because of this like, oh, very dark, sorry about that. Because of this unscheduled trip to the post office, I am going to have to work after 5 today, which stinks, but it is what it is. I have to get my package. It's raining and I didn't bring an umbrella. I didn't even know it was supposed to rain today, but it explains why it's so humid in my apartment. But oh my gosh, this day is not going well trying to get these packages. I almost didn't even go back for my umbrella because when I peeked out my head the other time, it was like the sidewalk was slightly damp, but it was like just trickling, like a little bit of drizzle here and there, but it's like a direct downpour now. It's a good thing I have it, but I do have my package just in the nick of time. It's almost 4, so. Okay, so this is my silverware drawer. It has some hair in it, sorry about that. But for some reason it got like off the glider, so I had to take out everything. I'm gonna go through it and kind of declutter a little bit, but I'm also gonna spray some cleaner in there. I have this Method one. I don't like the Method cleaners. I think I need like actual chemicals. Also, this blue ink has been in here the entire time I've lived here, and this like drawer is like stained just in general. I have some like extra shelf liners, so I might put it in here just for a little bit of, you know, ease of cleaning later. And also I'm warming up my dinner, as you can hear as well. Okay, so I'm gonna eat dinner and then I'm gonna go through all of the stuff from that drawer. Okay, so it looks somewhat better. I just have an abnormally large number of vegetable peelers for one person, but they all like are slightly better for certain vegetables, so I have them all here. I have like 4. Also my paring knives, I don't actually know what one of these is for. This one has like a curved blade, so let me know what I'm supposed to use that for. But anyway, it looks so much better. I decided to move the silverware thing this way because I couldn't fit anything back there before, and it kept getting stuck on the when I pulled out the drawer. So I have all of this set up. I do have some like reusable stuff, not reusable, single-use stuff that I was given when I like ordered Grubhub or something. And then even though I mark like don't need utensils, I still get them sometimes. So I have some straws and some fork sets here, and then a couple of chopsticks, but honestly not too bad. I just don't want to throw them away, even though I'm not going to use them. And then these came with like little pre-packaged meals and stuff, but I just keep them just because they're always good to like throw in my backpack if I'm going on traveling or something, because sometimes I forget to grab utensils when I'm at fast food and maybe I'm like on the go or something like that. I'm working on setting up this planter. I'm gonna just use one right now, so I have the soil, but let me, hold on. I'm I'm going to grow these tomatillo seeds that I have. Hopefully they still work. They're from like a year or two ago, so they probably are dead by now in here, but we're gonna try. Oh, I don't think I explained this well. So I bought some self-watering planters on Amazon, and basically they have a rope, and then you just put it down there and it sucks up water through it because, you know, like osmosis or whatever. But yeah, so we also have here the little place where you put water. Tray, that's the word. But yeah, anyway, my what's it called, soil's over there. Why am I failing today? But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna do this now. Planted the seeds, so now I'm gonna have my little snack here of some cherries. I just got a notification from FedEx that my company, I guess, sent me something. I wasn't expecting it because they also sent it to this house, and it's like, I'm probably not gonna get it in an appropriate amount of time. It's supposed to come tomorrow, and it says it's in an envelope, so I'm like, what the heck is it? It must be something like kind of important, but like, I'm trying to think, like, it can't be contract related because that was all electronic, and like my I-9 was all electronic as well, and they don't send my insurance card, and the insurance card would come by USPS, which would go in my mailbox, not in an envelope to be delivered by FedEx. So I don't know, hopefully I get it. I don't know, we'll see, because UPS and USPS did not deliver today, or not today. Actually, no, UPS did, I just had a special setting. Oh, so if you have UPS, I would recommend it, especially if you lived in like an apartment building or something like that. I'm sure you know it already, but sign up for My Choice on UPS, and then you can set it up so that if you want, you can have every package that's supposed to be sent to your building or your house, especially if you like work away from home. It's super important as well, just so your stuff doesn't get stolen. But you can have it like actually dropped off at an access point. So typically that would be fine, but it was kind of heavy for me because usually it's just like smaller boxes, but yesterday it was a mattress topper. Luckily it wasn't a full mattress, because that would have been like, I would have had to drag that across the floor. Good morning, a lot of stress. So I didn't get paid this morning, and when I went onto my account, it says like it hasn't been approved yet, like my direct deposit and my taxes, and it says like it's stuck in the workflow, and it's just like very frustrating because I did all of this last week. My tax form was super duper messed up because they tried to automate it. I think I griped about it in the time, but like eventually I had it where I could like actually scan it and then send it in, so they confirmed that they received it, but like where the heck is my pay? Like this is 2 weeks of pay, you know. But yeah, anyway, I need to get ready for the day. Enough with the stress. I had to sign in before I did my makeup because I like to do that just in case there's updates or something with the computer. It turns out that the FedEx mailer is actually my check, so hopefully it comes and it doesn't get stolen, because it would have been nice if they would have told me that the first checks are coming in as paper so that I could have given them like my mailing address, because I also like updated that in my HR stuff, but I guess they like didn't process it, I guess. I don't know, we'll see. Since it's still summer Fridays, I decided to make some homemade tortilla chips in the air fryer just to hold me over, because I won't take my lunch at noon. I'll just like stop working at 1:30. I have some other stuff that I'm working on, otherwise I could, I think, technically get out at 1. But yeah, anyway, I have this, and I'm still waiting for my check to arrive via FedEx. I'm so paranoid about it. Okay, so it is, I'm done with work for today. I can't do anything yet because I'm still waiting for FedEx, but as an update for my other fiasco of the week, not only is my mail an issue, but yeah, my hard drive. So they called me back and they said it's gonna be $1,900 to restore my data, which seemed like very high to me because I was like expecting like 700, maybe 800 max, but no. $1,900, and it's gonna take 3 to 5 weeks. It feels like it's being held for ransom. That's really what it feels like, because I don't have my drive with me and they have it physically with them, and I have to pay to get it back if I don't go with their services, and even if I do go with their services I have to pay for that. So anyway, I called my parents and I was like, how much do you think that this would cost? And they were not even close to being at $2,000. But yeah, I did ask them. I was like, I thought I was supposed to get like a discount or something, and then he like took off 20%, but I was like, that's still not that much. But yeah, it's gonna be $1,700 now, 3 to 5 weeks turnaround time. But that seems still very high to me. So I also like started calling a bunch of places in my hometown. Some of them don't do it in-house, some of them do it in-house, but they can't do it, then they'll send it out. And the person that I talked to at one of the places was like, that seems very high to me. He said like the highest I've seen was like 1,200, but that was like something that was really damaged. And I was like, okay. I was like, also, he thought it was like a computer, and I was like, no, it's just a hard drive. Yeah, the other place was saying that like he thinks it should be like only maybe an hour's worth of work for like $90, and I said, okay, that's a lot cheaper than I thought. So like if we could kind of meet in the middle, that would be cool. But yeah, anyway, I have to try to figure out other stuff as well. But yeah, I really hope that my FedEx comes, because it'd be cool to get paid today on payday. It's 2:30. I'm gonna eat now. I've been calling places frantically looking for a cheaper data recovery service. Everything's legitimately coming in like at $1,000. So like, yeah, it's still cheaper than like 16, but it's also like some of these are like kind of sketchy. Like it sounds like a guy sitting in his apartment with a screwdriver, and I'm like, I don't know. I feel like maybe it might be worth it. I don't know. I'm still waiting for a call back from one of the other like authorized people for the hard drive brand. But now I'm like, I need to buy like a backup of a backup of a backup, I guess. Part of me is also like, I should have just dragged everything over to my new backup, but I was just doing like old files and stuff. But anyway, lunch is using up the last of that chicken breast, and then the rest of the lettuce, and I put a piece of cheese. I have 2 pieces of cheese left, so now that I know this, I know going into like making lunches, the wraps are pretty easy, and also I only need a half a pound of lunch meat and a half a pound of cheese for the week, and then like 1 baby head lettuce. No, bib lettuce? No, what is this? Butter lettuce. Oh my gosh, my brain. I took a nap, and the door code woke me up. Because it's connected to my phone, but oh my gosh, and also right before that, I think it was actually a Citizen app alert that got me up, but that's like a gunshot app. Like the alert sound is a gunshot. I am like, my heart is racing. I got it. And then I also figured out the door code, so I don't have to go downstairs anymore. In the process of reorganizing the shelf area here, because actually there's a lot of like unused space, and also like I just throw all of my important documents for taxes just on these shelves. So like my rent checks, my insurance statements, all of that stuff. So it's just been accumulating there for the past like couple of years because of my last job being so bananas. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go through this and kind of sort and get everything ready. It looks worse now, but it's actually better. I have like an entire shelf devoted to language learning. Now this is just me and my paper shredder. It literally takes me like an entire weekend to do this, so I'm trying to get a head start so I can probably potentially go on with my life later this weekend. Somehow it's 6:15. I've been like, what's called shredding paper for 2 hours. But it looks so much better and like less cluttered because I got rid of an entire trash bag full of shredded paper, and I squished it down. That was a lot of paper. So I think I'm in a better place. Have all my taxes and stuff in a particular binder, have it all labeled and everything. And my other binder is also all separated and organized, and I think it like feels so much better in here. I also found out, because I was telling my friend yesterday, that like I had seen some place that needed dusting kind of by like the door, and I don't really look that place. Yeah, it was over there on that bookcase. So I dusted it down. It's very clean now. It's just like I got it from the free stuff place in the lobby. I grabbed it one time. It's like a very heavy bookcase, so I actually don't want to have it by the door anymore because it's like not a very good space for it. I want to move it to actually where the mirror is, but it's too heavy for me to move by myself. So it just has been sitting there ever since I carried it up here. Luckily we have an elevator in this building because otherwise I wouldn't have made it. But yeah, it's like a very substantial like actual piece of furniture, not like IKEA plywood stuff or what is it, composite material. But yeah, anyway, I am actually quite hungry now, and I don't really want to eat my meal prep, and I want to order food, but I know I should just eat my meal prep. I also found these. I knew I had some left over, so now I can move my bulletin board from my bedroom or in my bedroom to another wall in my bedroom. But yeah, I have 4 left. I actually only need 2, I think. I'll have to look at it. I think I only need 2. This is the bulletin board. I want to move it from this corner here, basically just across the room, or catty corner, I guess. I think it's crooked. Oh no, and I don't want to like waste 2 more strips to make it straight, but it's only slightly crooked. I think it's just because one of my legs is shorter than the other. Dinner is the final bowl of green beans and beef and grains. I still have grains left, and then I'm also having a beer because it sounded nice. And I was craving a sweet cocktail, and I'm not going to the bar by myself, and I don't know how to bartend at home, so this is all I got. Okay, so it's Friday night, and I think I'm going to sign out for today. So a little bit of an update about my mattress topper. I know I said I would update you. It's like too tall, so I should have gone with 2 inches. More is more, and yeah, it's just like, now I think I need new pillows, so it's like, now at this, like, I should have bought a new mattress at this point. I'm using my Solo Wave a little bit more frequently recently. By that I mean for the past week. So I think you're supposed to do it for like 4 weeks consistently. So I'll give you an update in about a month, except for I'm probably not going to take it home to Minnesota. So hold off on that. I won't be able to review it for quite a while, but it's kind of a nice routine. Too early to say if it works or not. I kind of forgot about it in my little like tool drawer here. I don't have my computer in here again, so hopefully I'll sleep well tonight because I learned my lesson. I need to back up all my files on another backup. I don't know what happened, but one of my other backup hard drives, it like just suddenly, like, it's really a Mac problem, but it just suddenly stopped being able to be written on. It's read only, so I am working on moving all of those files off of that Seagate one onto my new WD like desktop one. So it's gonna take like the entire day tomorrow, I think, to do that. And then I'm gonna be able to eventually wipe that drive and then use it as the backup for my other backup that is currently in the shop. I got a call back from a different third party that's actually authorized as well, and they gave me a much better number than the other guys. So I'm gonna have to request that my drive gets sent back to me from the other guys, and then I'm going to send it off to the new guys because it is still in warranty, so I shouldn't have to pay for a new drive, which is part of the cost that they quoted me. So I'm going to ask if that's the case, because if so, I'll put in the there's like a special form I have to do on the website to ask for a new drive to replace the drive that's getting replaced. Luckily I had a new job by the time that happened, because I think that would have actually broken me, because that was like my only hobby going into this. And it's more like I'm just upset with myself that I didn't fulfill the full project of moving everything from that drive onto the other drive. And it's just because I should have known something was up, because it was taking a really long time, but I think that's also just part of the process of it. But then on top of that, every once in a while, there were like a few of these files that just could not be moved. It was like, could not be read at this time or whatever. And I was like, that's weird. But I was like, well, maybe there's something wrong with, like, sometimes the titles are very long because of how iMovie exports stuff. Don't need to tell you any more about it, but I'm kind of sad at myself that I lost everything on that hard drive, and hopefully it's going to come back. And now I know to back up my backup with another backup. So I need 2 more backups. But yeah, anyway, that's what's going on, and I'll talk to you in the morning. See you then.